All right, so I ran and grabbed my glitters, and this one I think is the best one. It's only gonna work, we're gonna paint it on the bottom to look like this one. How cool is that, right guys? All it is taking a brush and painting this glitter stuff on the bottom. It looks milky white, the suspension that it's in, but it dries totally clear and just leaves glitter. And so I really like this one the best, but if you're gonna use this, you have to paint a glass paint over it after this is dry. So a lot of times at my classes, people would see these samples and they really loved the glitter, and I would tell them to do this part first because it takes a while to dry. And there are also some other ones. Here's this one called Glamour Dust. This is a nice one. Folk Art also has their own enamel glitters. And I'll show you, what it looks like. Basically, it looks really strange, but it dries clear. I'm gonna put some on this plate for you to see. Just paint it on the plate here. I have yellow paint in my brush still, but it almost looks taupe, but when it dries, you'll see the glitter on there. All right, so I'm gonna rinse my brush out, and I'm gonna use the Craft Twinkies. That's also by Deco Art. I'm gonna use that on the bottom of the glass. Let me go rinse my brush really quick. So what I think would be maybe a pretty thing to do would be to paint the glitter on first, and then once it's dry, believe it or not, to paint the dark brown on top of it so that the gold really shines through. So I'll show you what I mean. So I'm basically ready to paint my glitter on. I'm done with my wine glass. I'm gonna turn it upside down, and I'm gonna shake my Craft Twinkies. This color is called Gold. And I'm literally just gonna pour some on here. Just pour a big glob of it on there. And then just take your clean brush. This could be, like a number 4, number 8, whatever. And basically you're just gonna streak it across like this. Just gonna paint streaks all the way across. All in one direction. So I do put this on rather thick. And I suppose you could even do a second coat if you really wanted to. And I actually like seeing the streaks myself. I like the streakiness of it, but I don't know if you can see the streaks. Yeah, you can see it. Now, when that dries, that really does look beautiful, especially if you put a second layer on top of it, which that's what I'm gonna do right now on this one, just to show you how it will look. All right, so let me push this one aside. So this is something that's previously painted with the gold. And what I'm gonna do is paint my dark brown on top of that. I know that probably sounds weird, but, well, either dark brown or, should I do the metallic? You know what? I don't know what that would look like. Let's try the blue metallic. Would that be weird? Might be weird, but let's try it on half and see what it looks like. Oh, it looks pretty good, actually. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, and that would look really pretty against that. Oh, I like it. But for the heck of it, what I'll do is I'll also paint some brown in the middle. How's that? that color. And then I still have this really dark brown. Let's put that on here. And see what that looks like. Yeah, it's pretty. Either one, they're both really pretty. I mean, you know, nobody's gonna see the bottom of the glass, so who cares? Yeah, oh, I like that. Very cool, isn't that cool? I don't know if it's showing, yeah, I think it's showing up. So anyway, gotta leave this turned this way so that it dries. And like I said, you have to put a coat of glass enamel on top of the Twinkie glitter, because the Twinkie glitter is not a glass paint. It's not an enamel. It's gonna come right off if it gets wet, and it will, because it's the bottom of the glass. So you definitely want to use the glass enamel on top of this, but of course this is gonna take a while to dry. So I'll come back and put that on there later. I'm probably gonna give that a good half hour to dry.